Hey Claude. Yes. Can you please make me a SaaS app that will generate me $1 million, please? Sean, here is the code for the SaaS app you wanted. Claude, your app did not make me $1 million. I want a refund. I'm going to subscribe to ChatGPT Plus instead. I am sorry. As an AI, I cannot appreciate the business revenue made by an app. Do you want me to try again? No, Claude, I do not want you to try again. You've wasted 1 billion tokens on this stupid snake game. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about AI in programming and why I think it's terrible and makes you stupid. So, first of all, if you use AI to code apps that you want to make profit of, then you are either an idiot or just the devil himself and hate everyone. And now, don't be offended, I'm not just talking about the people that use a little bit of AI here and then to make some things work, some things that they maybe didn't even want to add, but when forced to. I'm talking about people that genuinely just vibe code an app and then expect it to make money. So with that out of the way, why do I believe people who use AI exclusively to make apps they want to profit off are some idiots? Well, simple. Because AI quite literally fries your brain the more you use it. Because it reduces your critical thinking skills. You don't have to find a solution to some dumb bug your app has been having if Claude can just do it for you. And it's not just bugs either, it's last minute features like maybe an anti-cheat for a game or maybe something else. If you used in moderation, obviously it's not going to fry your brain and it won't make you an idiot. But in my opinion, unless absolutely necessary, it's still an immoral thing to do. And I uncovered why it's so immoral later, but I just want to show some examples of AI making people dumber. So here's for example this programmer here. He made an article called AI killed my coding brain but I'm rebuilding it. And basically what he says here is using too much AI can make you dumber at programming. Ever since I started using AI, I've felt like I've lost my ability to code without it. It's not just dramatic, it's happening. When creating a generation of devs who ship fast but can't explain why the code runs. This is very accurate, and the problem is, if you can't explain the whys, then you also can't explain the why nots. If you can't explain why something works, you can't explain why it breaks. So this is my problem with AI. And here's another article by Treehouse called Don't Let AI Make You Lazy, where coding fundamentals still matter, and it literally tells you to run by typing and that AI is just an assistant, not the main programmer, and it shouldn't be the main programmer. And what's really funny to me is these developers still use AI generated image. Have they really learned nothing from AI use making them dumber? Have they really learned nothing? Like, bro, pick up a pen and fucking draw. These art skills are probably gonna be more useful than your programming skills will ever be. And now it's time for me to explain why AI is immoral. So, to simply put it, AI is immoral because But if you think you can just get away with AI generating the code and using real human assets because, oh, those are the things you see, you don't see the rest. You don't see the AI generated code, you just see the interface, the assets if it's a game. Then let me correct you. You're a hypocrite. If you, a programmer, are using AI as the main force, then you are an hypocrite. And even if you're just using it as an assistant, like those previous programmers said, you're still an hypocrite because you wouldn't want to be replaced by AI now, would you? You wouldn't want the skills you've spent a lifetime learning to just go down the drain because of some stupid chatbot now, would you? Then why are you using it? You're basically replacing yourself. You might say, well, how am I replacing myself? There can be two of me. Yeah, but you might have hired someone else if not for an AI. If not for an AI, you may have bought some code from the internet, some assets, some plugins for a game, for example. You may have hired a freelancer to do the UI work for an app, for example. You would have paid someone else to do that. Someone would have gotten some money from you. That's the point. You're replacing fellow programmer. How would you feel if someone did the same to you? And now I don't even want to hear you say, oh, but programming is so different from art because art requires actual creativity and programming is just problem solving. Well, yeah, but both creativity and problem solving require intelligence. And you know what? Most of my paintings, which I've used zero AI for, are actually not that creative. They're just boring landscapes on people in boring outfits, and I guarantee to most other people's art is the exact same. There are some people that certainly have really creative art, but the truth is people appreciate the skin in art, not just the creativity. So my question is, if the AI can make art that is more skilled than most people, I know for a fact it can make much better art than me, and I have been drawing for so long now and practicing and learning, watching on these different tutorials. Then how is this any different from programming, right? Because at the end of the day, you can just reprompt the AI a billion times to get the exact thing you are imagining. It's not really about creativity. It's just about people not wanting to replace the jobs of other people. And artists were the ones that cried out the loudest. We programmers should cry out too, because it is not normal. I like that artists are speaking out about this, but I would also like programmers to speak out about this too, because we are some people too, we are humans too. We want to eat too, we want to eat food too, we want to have jobs too, we've worked on our lives to build up these skins, and before you say, oh, I'm not a real programmer, yes I am. I've been working on a game for like a couple months now and have already gotten a ton of the features in and will release it on Steam. I also know how to code pretty well in Python, so I am a programmer. Not a good one, but at my age, what would you expect? The problem is that first industrialization came from the horses, and we didn't speak out about them because they were horses. Honestly, we don't care about fellow species, obviously. And then they came out for dumb people, replacing them with robots, people which are uneducated, on quote unquote dumb, because they aren't actually dumb, they're just uneducated, and finding a lot of trouble getting jobs. And that's because they've been replaced in factories with all sorts of robots. And now, finally, it's come for none of us. It's come for the educated, the very educated, the intellectuals. It's come from everybody. The creatives as well. It's going to come from them too. Just you wait. So if you do this shit, if you support AI, then eventually it's not just going to be AI. There's going to be a new thing in like 20 years or 30 years that will be able to think creatively. It might even come sooner. So what makes art art? What makes code code? It's not the skin, it's not the creativity, it's the human touch that makes these things what they are. So that's all, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you want more similar rants about basically anything, then please consider subscribing and watching my other videos. Bye!